Hi, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to learn the difference between a bookkeeper and an accountant. I get asked this question all the time by my clients. What is the difference between the two? Do I need to hire one of these professionals or both of them? How do I know? Well, I'm here to answer that question. Today we're going to talk about the role of a bookkeeper in a business and an accountant, and which one your business needs. As a business owner, knowing the difference will impact who you hire to support you. So let's get started. The first section of this video covers the work of a bookkeeper. We'll look at the definition of a bookkeeper, the tasks they complete, and the value they add to a business. Definition. We'll start this section of the video with the definition of a bookkeeper. A bookkeeper is an administrative role that handles the day-to-day tasks of recording financial transactions and ensuring the financial records of a business are accurate and up to date. Financial transactions include the purchases, receipts, sales, and payments received in a business. In Canada, a person does not need to be certified in order to become a bookkeeper. Anyone can be a bookkeeper. However, there is an association called the Certified Professional Bookkeepers of Canada, also referred to as CPB Canada. Through this association, you can receive a certification that will provide you with more credibility in the industry. What does a bookkeeper do? In this section of the video, we're going to talk about the type of tasks a bookkeeper completes. A bookkeeper completes a variety of daily tasks, such as data entry, following up with suppliers and customers, tax reporting, year-end preparation, and document sorting. We're going to look at these items one by one. But before we do, keep in mind that this is not an exhaustive list. These are the items that I complete as a bookkeeper, and in my experience, my bookkeeper colleagues complete as well. Depending on the bookkeeper you speak with, this list can change, and that's completely okay. Let's start with the most basic, and in my opinion, the most important task. A bookkeeper will manage daily transactions, like entering receipts, customer invoices, journal entries, and any other documents that are related to bookkeeping. I can't stress how important this step is. I see this step of the process rushed or overlooked all the time. I hear things like, "Data entry is so simple, you can do it so fast." A good bookkeeper will understand the importance of this step and ensure they are diligent in being thorough. It's not always as fast as you might think it to be. It doesn't mean it's slow either. It's a balance depending on what your bookkeeping needs. Once all of the data entry is done, they'll complete bank reconciliations, including bank accounts, credit cards, and any other type of account. A bank reconciliation ensures all the items that appear in your bank account also appear in your accounting software. And finally, they will review your books for errors and completeness, ensuring that your books always remain up to date and accurate. The next task a bookkeeper may do is follow up with suppliers and customers. There will be various inquiries like missing supplier receipts and customer payments. They may also follow up on any outstanding communication. This relates to step 1, where a bookkeeper's job is to ensure all data entry is complete. Another key task a bookkeeper takes care of is tax reporting. Let's look at some examples. One tax report a bookkeeper will most likely prepare is a GST/HST return. Even if they're not the one to file the return with the CRA, they will help the business owner prepare it. Next is a PST return. It's the same as a GST/HST return. A bookkeeper will prepare a PST return when needed and support the business owner in filing it if required. Next, a payroll remittance will be another tax return a bookkeeper will prepare. And finally, any other remittance required, depending on your business's need, like retail sales tax in Manitoba. The next type of task a bookkeeper will complete is year-end preparation. The amount of year-end preparation a bookkeeper will complete will depend company to company, and also on the skill level of the bookkeeper. There is no rule on how much year-end prep a bookkeeper will do. We'll talk more about this later in the video. Part of year-end preparation is looking for completeness. You'll notice we've already spoken about reviewing data entry and journal entries. It's such an important step, I've included it twice. At year-end, a final review of the books will be done to ensure all accounts are reflective of the correct and up-to-date balances. Next, there's reporting. This is ensuring that the person completing the year-end has all the information they need, like financial statements, accounts payable, and accounts receivable reports, and any other reports that might be required. And finally, a bookkeeper will answer various questions, like what transactions are included in an account balance. Are there any weird transactions in the year? And any other type of question the accountant or business owner might have. The last type of task on my list is document sorting. Let's take a look at what this includes. A bookkeeper will take the time to sort all of the paper documents you have into a system that is easy to store and refer to. If organization is not something you spend time on, it's an extra perk of hiring a bookkeeper. This will automatically be done as part of the bookkeeping process. And finally, they'll help you sort any online documents you may have. They will take all of the documents you send to them and put them in one place for you to find. The value of a bookkeeper. Now that we know what a bookkeeper does, let's take a look at the value that a bookkeeper adds to a business. I often hear business owners say they can't afford a bookkeeper or they want to do the bookkeeping themselves. That's fair, and each business owner will run a business the best way they see fit. In my opinion, hiring a bookkeeper is one of the best investments a business owner can make, as long as you hire the right bookkeeper for your business. Let's take a look at the different ways a bookkeeper adds value. First, they complete your data entry throughout the year. You will have peace of mind knowing that your transactions are taken care of and your bookkeeping is complete. If at any time you need to reference your financial statements, they'll be ready for you. This also saves you a lot of time at the end of the year in not worrying about what work that's not done. Next, a bookkeeper will prompt you if documents are missing or there's a step missing in your bookkeeping process. This will ensure your bookkeeping stays organized and accessible. Again, creating peace of mind that you have all of the financial documents you need and they're ready at your convenience. It's also another way that will save you time. Hiring a bookkeeper will save you money. First, the consistency of having your transactions entered regularly will ensure you get all of the tax write-offs in a year without missing any. I've worked with many clients that miss out on a lot of write-offs because of missing receipts, credit card statements, or simply that they don't remember what they've spent their money on. It's also much cheaper than giving all of your receipts to an accountant at year end. In my experience, when an accountant also has to complete bookkeeping for a client, they'll charge a premium for the bookkeeping completed. Not all clients will mind this if they trust their accountant, or there are minimal transactions to complete. But it can get expensive very quickly if a client has a lot of bookkeeping outstanding at the end of the year. Hiring a bookkeeper saves you time by allowing you to focus on parts of your business that you want to focus on. In my opinion, while it's important for a business owner to understand how their bookkeeping works, learning a new skill of bookkeeping from beginning to end is not the best use of your time. Spend time growing your business and improving your craft. When you have a bookkeeper you trust, you can build a team that allows you to focus in a more clear and concise manner. Finally, a bookkeeper can provide you with advice on different parts of your finances depending on their experience. They can give you advice on what type of write-offs you can have, how to set up processes and procedures, how to prepare for year end, and any other type of advice or suggestions you might require. Now that we've learned about a bookkeeper, let's talk about the role of an accountant. We'll look at the definition of an accountant, the tasks they complete, and the value they add to a business. Definition. In this section of the video, we're going to talk about accountants. Let's start with the definition of an accountant. An accountant is a professional who performs financial functions such as tax returns, audits, financial statement analysis, and provides advice. We'll learn more about each of these functions as we work through this section of the module. In general, when the term accountant is used, it's referring to an individual who has a certification in accounting. In Canada, the certification would be through an association called the Certified Professional Accountant Association. When this certification is complete, the person would then be an accountant and would be referred to as a CPA, Certified Professional Accountant. The Certified Professional Accountant Association is a governing body that ensures all accountants are following rules and regulations consistent with the CPA regulations. However, you can be an accountant without this certification and perform a lot of the same functions. The main limitations are a handful of documents that aren't mandatory for tax filing, but are often used for bigger corporations. Sometimes these documents are mandatory, but for small businesses, not that often. When hiring an accountant, it's a good idea to confirm if they are a certified CPA. The value of an accountant. Now that we've talked about what an accountant does, let's talk about how an accountant adds value. The ways an accountant will add value are ensuring your books are accurate and up to date. They'll stay informed of new CRA tax requirements, remit accurate and timely tax information, save you time, save you money, and provide expertise. We'll go through each item one by one. Let's start with ensuring your books are accurate and up to date. This is one of the big pluses of hiring an accountant. As we discussed earlier, before an accountant can file taxes, they perform an audit to ensure your books are complete. I have worked with so many clients who have filed their own taxes and half of their bookkeeping is missing, or they're missing out on tax credits because they don't know they exist. Ensuring your books are accurate and up to date will help you avoid CRA audits and will give you credibility when providing financial statements to the bank or potential investors. The next item is that an accountant that's good at their job will stay informed of any new CRA tax requirements. This will include both on ways you're expected to pay tax and ways you can save on tax. This is so valuable to business owners, especially new business owners. The government is constantly adding new tax incentives and changing tax rules. Having someone keeping track of this for you takes a lot of pressure off when it comes to maximizing your tax savings and ensuring you have all of the documents needed at year end. Next, they'll ensure that your taxes are remitted on time and accurately so there are no penalties or interest. Now, the big caveat is as long as the business owner provides their information with enough time. I've seen many times a business owner provide an accountant their year-end information the week taxes are due and expect the accountant to have everything submitted on time. An accountant will need time to prepare, and if given the right amount of time, you won't have to concern yourself with missed deadlines. Also, if you're unsure about any of the deadlines, your accountant will give you clear instructions on when your taxes are due and when you need to provide your information to them. Next, just like with bookkeepers, hiring an accountant will save you time. Instead of focusing on your taxes, ensuring you have all of the right documents, and understanding tax requirements, you can leave all of that work to an accountant and focus on any other area of your business that requires attention. Next, an accountant will save you money by 1. Ensuring you receive all of the tax credits applicable to your business, but also by being efficient and accurate. Instead of spending time on your taxes, you can spend time earning revenue for your business. Also, when an accountant files accurate information, you're less likely to receive questions from the CRA and need to make adjustments to your taxes. And finally, they will provide you with expert advice. However, this does not necessarily replace the advice of a bookkeeper. The skills of a bookkeeper are different than an accountant, as you can see from this lesson. Balance which advice you're looking for. Do you need advice on everyday tasks like data entry, or on items like your tax return and tax planning? Having a go-to person to ask your questions to will save so much time that you'll spend Googling your questions and searching on the CRA website. We've now learned about what bookkeepers and accountants do individually. While sometimes you can hire one person to fill the role of both a bookkeeper and an accountant. Let's take a closer look at this. Hybrid bookkeeper or accountant. So far in this lesson, we've talked about the tasks a bookkeeper and an accountant do individually. However, in real life, the tasks of a bookkeeper and an accountant aren't always so cut and dry. The tasks of a bookkeeper and an accountant can overlap. For example, both can complete banking entries, year-end entries, financial statement preparation, and provide advice. In fact, the tasks can even overlap with the tasks a business owner completes as well, depending on how much the business owner wants to be involved. There is no set guideline or clear line on what a bookkeeper does and what an accountant does. The division of work depends on each business and the bookkeepers and accountants that will work for that company. As mentioned, this can even extend to the business owner. As well as the bookkeeper and accountant being clear on what tasks they each complete, a business owner might also contribute to the process, and they will need to be clear on how involved they are as well. Sometimes the responsibilities aren't even clear between a bookkeeper and a business owner. For example, some business owners won't provide their bookkeepers with the banking passwords, and some owners like to invoice their clients directly. For other business owners, the invoicing and banking is done solely by the bookkeeper. Getting these tasks divided clearly is important so there are no items missed or duplicate work. Some experienced bookkeepers will be able to provide business owners with advice and complete all the year-end preparation up to filing the taxes. Other bookkeepers will complete the data entry and reconciliations and leave the advice and year-end work to the accountant. Again, there is no right or wrong way to split the work. The key is to have each responsibility clearly outlined so nothing gets missed and there's no confusion. As a business owner, the first step is to get clear on what you want to do. That way, when you're talking to the bookkeeper or accountant, you have a place to start. Next, get clear on what your bookkeeper can complete. And the more your bookkeeper can complete, the better. Bookkeepers are cheaper than an accountant, so have them do as much of the work as possible. And then, when you hire your accountant, you'll have a clearer picture of what's needed. Finally, some bookkeepers and accountants will offer full service packages. These packages include both full cycle bookkeeping, which include all of the tasks we discussed, as well as the services of an accountant. These can be a great option for when a business owner wants to deal with one person or one company only. However, these packages can be quite expensive because it will be an experienced bookkeeper or accountant who would offer these services, and you can expect to pay a premium. Putting the costs aside, there are many benefits to this structure. It really comes down to choosing the method that works best for your company. Do you want two separate experts or one? There's no right or wrong answer. After all of this information, are you still wondering which professional to hire? We're about to sum all of that up for you. Choosing between a bookkeeper and an accountant. Now that we've given you all of this information, let's talk about when to hire a bookkeeper or an accountant. First, ask yourself, do you want help with day-to-day tasks to take work off your plate? Or are you comfortable with that type of work? Do you need an accountant to complete your taxes and provide support in tax planning? Maybe you need both. Now that you're clearer on what support both professions provide, you can make a clearer decision. You may have noticed that I didn't add any cons in this video. That's because I don't believe there are cons of hiring a bookkeeper or an accountant. It comes down to personal preference, what works for your business, and your working style. I hope this information helped you get clear on the type of support you need for your business. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. See you in the next one.